You might have heard or seen this in another video of this old headboard that I found on the side of the road. So picked it up, tossed it in the back of the truck, and brought it home. My son needs a new headboard on his bed. Well, he doesn't have any headboard, and since this one seems to be in good shape and the right size, let's see what a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of time can do for this.
Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers. And as you can see, this one looks rough from the outside, but structurally it's fine. It's got some scratches on it, it's got some old paint on it, it's got some stains and dirt from sitting on the side of the road. At least it didn't get rained on and all warped up. But even though this looks bad on the surface, the core of it, the bones of it, that's still in pretty good shape. So let's get some breathing protection on, not just a cheapy paper mask, but a good respirator. I was going to start off with a coarser grit like 120 or 180, but I already had 220 on the sander, so I just went ahead and stuck with that to see if it would be enough to get out the scratches and a little bit of the old finish off. Because of where this is going in my son's room, it's not like I needed to restore it back to anything brand new. It just had to be good enough for a teenage kid. So I took liberty and quite a few shortcuts with it, I admit, but like I said, this was something I found on the side of the road that had been sitting out for at least a couple days. And we're just trying to keep it from going into a bonfire or sitting there rotting. And you know, wood is pretty. Wood has a long life, long beautiful life. And when I can, I reuse it, repurpose it, recycle it. I use as much as I can with it. There were a number of places that I had to sand by hand, like around the curves and stuff. You don't want to hit those with a sander. It's just too easy to make gouges in it. So wrapping it around your fingers and sanding it that way, that's usually the best way to do it. As you'll see through this, the Tinker Dogs are always out there in the shop with me. They gotta protect me from the squirrels and everything else out there. Ooh, sorry about wearing that shirt. Okay, ignore that part. So we've cleaned it off, and now I'm taking a tack rag to it. And we're going to put some red oak finishing stain on it. Instead of using a brush, I'm being a tightwad today, and I'm just folding up a paper towel because, like I said, this isn't going to be some cherished heirloom or anything like that. It's just a headboard for a teenager's room. So why not do it the cheap and easy way? And if you didn't see, again, that color was red oak. It's just something I had laying around, nothing I really picked out. It seemed close to what the original color was, so that worked fine for it. When you're putting on the stain like that, try to go with the flow of the grain. Follow the grain as much as you can. You can't always in corners, but on the big flat spots you certainly can. It seems to penetrate a whole lot better when you're going with the stain, when you're going with the grain. It seems to penetrate a whole lot better going with it instead of against it. We let that dry off for a little bit, and then we put a little bit more on some spots that needed a little bit more attention. Going along with the big long strokes. And it's starting to look pretty good just as it is, just with the stain on it. But I know since it's going to be in his room that it's going to need a little bit more protection than just that. So after wiping off any stain that didn't soak in, we got ready to use some Minwax water-based polyurethane clear. We're going to tack it off first and get rid of any sawdust that might have landed on it, dog hairs, because sometimes you'll see a dog in the background. Ha ha ha. But we're going to put 1 or 2 coats on this, and wow, the clear just brings it nicely into life. Again, just like the stain, go with the grain as much as possible. On something with these inside corners like that, yeah, you're going to have to go against it sometimes. That's just the way it is. I like this water-based stuff because it's very forgiving when it comes to the coats. It flows into each other, and the brush strokes almost always fade away. Looks good after 1 coat. Alright, let's put a 2nd coat on after letting it dry for a couple hours. Yeah, this is really coming to life now. We'll put a couple extra drops in some of the cracks and deeper spots or deeper gouges in it just to make it look a little bit better. That's looking pretty good. I like that. Yeah, looks good. Way to go, Pappy. Now get out of the camera before you break somebody's monitor. I'd cut out some hardboard, which is the stuff they use on the back of a lot of the store furniture. I cut that out and put a coat of the clear on it as well, just to give it a little extra shine, a little extra depth, and a little extra protection. And then I used my air stapler and put this all in. Oh, these are so much better than having to put all those little bitty brad nails in it. Oh man, it's just, yeah. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Down on I used to do.
Oh, you did it. All right. So we hurry up and finish it and try not to sing anymore. Let's take a look at this thing now. It's all nice and dry. Protected the face of it when it was laying down with those little foamy things. Doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look nice? You'd never believe that this was found on the side of the road. No, it's not perfect. No, it's not a family heirloom, but it looks good enough to go into just about anybody's bedroom. And that's really all it is to fixing up some old furniture and putting some new life in it. A little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of sanding. I didn't even have to buy any of the materials that went into this. This is all just stuff I had sitting around the shop. Hey, if you liked it, give me a big thumbs up and leave a comment, and we'll see you next time on Pappy Tinkers.